Hi, the news is about the problem that haunted the humanity for thousands of years, your headphones cybersecurity. Researchers discovered that most Bluetooth headphones that are just easily pairable with your phones with an easy one-tap system are vulnerable to a hack that just makes it so easy for a malicious person to just secretly tap into your headphones, pair with it, listen to its microphone, play any audio they want, and also track you by tracking where your headphone goes. And how likely it is to happen to you? Well, they found most popular headphone brands actually being vulnerable to this. They call this attack WhisperPair because it just secretly pairs into your headphones. And it actually seems pretty easy too. Anyone who knows to write a couple of codes can do this. Please do not do that. So what went wrong? Google introduced their technology FastPair for headphones and other devices to very easily pair with your smartphones with a single tap. The first moment you open your headphones or you just click the pair button, a little pop-up appears in your phone screen that says, do you want to pair with this device? And you just click yes and it just pairs easily. That is a really magical thing, and Apple also has their own technology similar to this. Of course, Google's technology should work with 80% of the world's mobile phones, so it is widely available and used in most headphones. Also, this is probably the way that you paired your headphones to your phone. So of course, during this negotiation, a couple of things happen. First of all, your headphones or earbuds broadcast a signal to tell any device that it is available to pair now. When your phone receives it, your phone generally checks the distance first. It should be below 50 centimeters, but of course the actual signal goes wider than that. It goes up to 15 to 20 meters. Your phone also checks if it's a genuine device. It looks for a unique key so that you would be safe. Your phone wouldn't be connecting to any other random malicious devices that any hacker can give you, and this part is fine, so your phone is safe. If you tap yes on your phone screen, then your phone sends an I'm accepting the invitation message to the device. And exactly at this point, what your headphones should do is it should look for, well, did I send an invitation or was this just a random message that I received? In our scenario, yes, the headphones just send us an invitation because either you just first unboxed it right now or you just clicked the button on your headphones, so it went into the pairing mode. And after checking if it's in the pairing mode, it should now finalize the pairing procedure. Both your phone and the device exchanges some passwords. These are not that important. Then your phone saves the device to your Google account. And it is done. You successfully paired it with a single button on your phone and also a single pairing command on your headphones. The problem occurs when the headphones doesn't check if it sent an invitation already. So if it's not in the pairing mode, it should just ignore any new messages. But the researchers found most firmware on these headphones doesn't check that. And this also, as you can see, goes against what the cybersecurity should be about. Google's own documentation also warns about this, but I guess either budget cuts or ignoring documentation just led to this exact new scenario of a vulnerability. Let's say you already paired your headphones and you're just listening to some music, and someone with a Raspberry Pi or some other custom lines of code can just send your headphones a message from their device saying that I am accepting your pairing invitation. And at this point, your headphones should ignore it, but like I said, some headphones doesn't check if they are in pairing mode or if they have been paired with another device already. So at this point, most headphones unfortunately say yes, let's pair. It's an insane oversight to be doing this, because this is like the ABCs of the programming. How can you not check that? So what happens is a second secret device pairs with your headphones. Some headphones doesn't even give a warning when this happens. Some of them give a warning, but you might be just baffled about it. You might not know what to do. You might think that it's a bug or an error, and depending on how this is done, you might not get a single sound out of it. You might be completely unaware that there is someone who has a full access to your headphones. As a prank, they can play a full volume music to your ears, and when you have access to the headphones hardware, of course you can listen to its microphone, so they can just listen to your environment or your conversations. And of course, as a prank, they can also make you lose connection to your paired headphones. And the most dangerous flaw here is they can add this device to their Google account. FastPair devices are not limited to a single Google account. Although reportedly it is a little bit harder if the device is already paired with a Google account. But if it's not paired with a Google account, then you can get advantage of that first pairing method. For example, when you first unbox the device, it is more straightforward, it is more open to new connections than pairing with a Google account. There's even less checks are happening. So if you are somehow using your headphones without any Google account, let's say on your PC or on your Apple devices, then it is still more vulnerable to this first step of pairing with a Google account. So until your brand brand can release a new firmware update. As a precaution, you can just link it with a Google account with an Android device. But the problem with an attacker linking it with their own Google account is they can track wherever you are going. Today, all of the devices are connected to each other. It is to make it easy for people to find their lost devices. Every device sends a location signal to the nearest other device. It doesn't have to be your device. For example, if I leave my headphones in the street, someone passing by it is going to send the location data to the Google servers. It is going to happen automatically, and it is normally a good thing and a secure thing to happen because it is encrypted. It is only linked to your own Google account since it is your device. But in this case, an attacker claimed an ownership on your headphones, so they can track wherever you are going, and they don't have to be near you. In this situation, you would also get a warning notification in your phone that someone is tracking you, because there's going to be this third-party location data always going everywhere with you but associated with someone else. So in this kinds of cases, your phone tells you that someone is tracking you, and you shouldn't ignore it because it can be an actual tracker, and in this case it is an actual tracker. It also can be one of those Apple tags or Samsung tags. Well, if something like this happens to you, both Apple and Google have some tools to help you find where the tracker is. You can find the tracker and get rid of it. Also, in this case, it is your headphones, so you shouldn't get rid of it, obviously. You can just factory reset it, which is the best solution out there right now for these kinds of situations. Also, please update your headphones firmware. You probably need to download the brand app to do that, but do it because it's important. It will probably patch other vulnerabilities like this. But one last thing is, not all brands patched this yet. Researchers warned Google, and Google warned all of the brands 6 months ago, but some of those brands haven't published a firmware update yet. So I don't know, maybe keep an eye on that one. Maybe search if your headphones are also vulnerable to this attack. To not get into any trouble, I'm not going to name some brands here, and probably not all of their models are vulnerable, but I am seeing nearly all of the brands in this list. But I don't see the models, so just search it yourself. So this all means that someone malicious might be walking around pairing with everybody's headphones. You can grab information up to 20 meters. With an easy walk, you can probably get hundreds of people's headphone information, start tracking them. They can make the whole chain of people listen to the same music or listen to their conversations. Also, another problem is you cannot turn this feature off. You cannot turn fast pair off from your device. But why did we really get rid of the wired headphones? I still don't quite get that. Like, it's obviously a little bit more free to roam around with your headphones on your ears and your phone somewhere else. But other than that specific case, what does it actually do? I have to charge something else. It is going to have latency. I need to have a battery near my ear, which is probably dangerous. And now nearly no phone out there supports wired headphones, and it is vulnerable to these kinds of attacks. And if I would be doing like secret conversations, like if I'm a president, I wouldn't be using any Bluetooth headphones, of course. You know, Bluetooth is encrypted, but it sometimes have these weak pairing issues. Anyway, it's a topic for another video. Let's just forget about this video and be glad that we don't have to untie any wires of headphones anymore. If you want your friends and family to hear about this cybersecurity issue, please send this video to them and tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you have any additional information? Did you had any kinds of these issues before? If you liked the video, please subscribe, and thank you for listening.